A Knoxville family is stuck in Turkey after their daughter was denied entry back in the U.S. Tonight at 5, hear who the TSA is blaming for what they call a misunderstanding. And new disturbing details coming to light about Elizabeth Thomas, the missing girl from Murray County. Did her home life contribute to her disappearance? Channel 4 News at 5 starts right now.
Live with a forewarned weather alert. This is Channel 4 News at 5.
Good evening. We are under a forewarned weather alert tonight as strong storms are upon us.
In fact, we're getting new watches by the minute. Forewarned Chief Meteorologist Lisa Spencer's watching the threats. Lisa?
All right, a severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect here, the yellow shaded area. That's until 10 o'clock tonight. But as these storms move to the east, some more of those will be trimmed away. But we still have some warnings in effect right now. Here's a look. Our severe thunderstorm warnings extend from Noreen and right down 231 through Murfreesboro and all the way down to the south. We are looking at some really strong storms here to the south. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for you if you're in Coldwater, if you are in the Fayetteville area. I want to show you that we've got some really high winds estimated here. You can see that glob. That's our severe weather button, estimating those winds to around 100 miles per hour. So we could have quite a downburst coming out of one of those thunderstorms. If you are in Winchester, a heads up that that storm will be coming your way very, very shortly. So do keep that in mind. These winds have already, with these storms, had a history of producing some damage as they brought down trees and power lines as they have moved across the area. Scooting up that line, we have numerous warnings that remain in effect. So as we lift farther into the north, you can see heavy rain for you in Shelbyville over to around Tullahoma, but a warning does remain in effect for folks there in Bell Buckle over to around Beech Grove, and then on up that line. If you are in Murfreesboro, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now, and with that we could see some hail moving through. We've had reports of inch-size hail today with these storms. We'll continue to monitor the situation. Plenty of rain right now and still some lightning that is in the Nashville area. We've got you covered here, and I'll be in from time to time to give you an update on where the storms are.
All right, Lisa, thank you. A few of our viewers have already sent in pictures and video of hail hitting the area. This is from Columbia, and more could be headed our way. So now's the time to stay on top of it. If you lose power tonight, it's the only way to see Lisa's alerts and warnings. Download our app for alerts and live radar. It is the best way to stay safe. Well, there's more tonight to the disappearance of missing teenager Elizabeth Thomas, and it has to do with her home life.
Investigators believe the 15-year-old was kidnapped 8 days ago by her teacher, Tad Cummins. They say Cummins is armed and that Elizabeth is in serious danger. The district attorney now says Elizabeth's relationship at home may have contributed to her disappearance. Channel 4's Carly Gordon explains.
Tom, everyone knows just being a teenager can be difficult enough. But according to the DA, Elizabeth Thomas recently endured some things children should never have to go through. Things that may have made her an especially easy target for a potential predator. Elizabeth Thomas was brand new to the Culleoka School in Murray County. She started as a freshman this year, entering the public school system for the very first time. Because before that, District Attorney Brent Cooper tells us Elizabeth was homeschooled.
But to take a child that's never been in that environment and then drop them in that environment, you know, they're going to be more vulnerable than the kid that's always been in public school.
It's here where Elizabeth met her teacher, Tad Cummins. He's now accused of kissing Elizabeth while at school. And according to his personnel file, when confronted, Cummins told two students he's a father figure to Elizabeth. He saw her as a close and best friend. He also said that he and Elizabeth had been through a lot and had suffered an abusive home life.
Most educators, or almost any educator, would sympathize with that child and probably even try to get that child some help, however they could. But you know, that's not what Mr. Cummins did.
We started digging and found that police arrested Elizabeth's mom, Kimberly Thomas, last year. They charged her with 5 counts of child abuse and neglect. According to court documents, Thomas beat Elizabeth and 4 of her siblings. Elizabeth told investigators her mom banged her head into the agitator of the washing machine. She says her mother threw her down the basement stairs and locked her down there. Thomas is also accused of making the kids get naked in front of several other people. Keep in mind, Elizabeth is one of 10 children now in a single-parent home because her father has full custody of all of them.
If a person was looking for a teenager that could be easily influenced, I would say that she would be one that would definitely attract that kind of person.
We sat down with Elizabeth's brother yesterday. We asked him about the allegations of abuse. He told us he didn't feel comfortable talking about it and that he wanted to keep the focus on finding his sister. Meanwhile, Murray County school administrators are defending their decision to wait 2 weeks to suspend Tad Cummins after he was allegedly seen kissing Elizabeth Thomas in his classroom. Today, the district released a timeline of the investigation into Cummins. Channel 4's Kevin Traeger spent the day getting reaction from residents in Culleoka.
And this teacher had a lot of people fooled.
8 days after Culleoka school teacher Tad Cummins took off with his 15-year-old student Elizabeth Thomas, those in Culleoka with ties to the school are still in shock.
Just goes to show you they can hide in plain sight and nobody be the wiser.
Culleoka senior Matt Peterson says Cummins was a mentor, a role model to many students here.
We've sat down in this classroom, and we've talked, and like heart to hearts and stuff, I thought he's pretty good individual.
He says everyone feels let down and betrayed by Cummins' refusal to release Thomas and turn himself in.
When it comes to it, wrong's wrong, right's right, and he's in the wrong.
Meanwhile, Murray County Schools released a timeline today detailing their investigation into Cummins after he was seen kissing Thomas in his classroom January 24th. After initially telling Channel 4 the district suspended Cummins once they learned of the allegations, district administrators changed their story, explaining there was actually a 2-week investigation before Cummins was removed from class.
I'm just concerned about the level of information that we're getting from the school, frankly.
Others here in Culleoka feel the same way, especially now the school district says a criminal investigation into Cummins began on January 31st. He wasn't removed from the classroom until 6 days later.
2 weeks is too long. I think the minute they found out about it or even suspected, it should have been suspended.
That was Kevin Traeger reporting. We've been following the disappearance of Elizabeth Thomas since she was reported missing 8 days ago. To follow along with the TBI's investigation, go to our website, WSMV.com. There you'll find additional photos of Thomas and her teacher, Tad Cummins. You'll also find updates on the case as soon as we get them into the newsroom. Tom and Demetria.
All right, thank you, Carly. Let's go to Lisa Spencer. There is a new warning.
Well, just a few moments ago, I was showing you where we had some really high winds there with one of these storms. Well, now we have a tornado warning that has been issued.